Good morning, class 5. How are you all? So today in English literature, we are starting a new chapter, chapter 9, The Blossom Tree. So before starting the chapter, let's do a quick warm-up, okay? We know that there are different kinds of stories. So there are different kinds of stories, okay? Folk tales, stories passed down the ages and related to local culture and wisdom. Okay, these stories are passed down through the ages and it is related to local culture and wisdom. Next is fables. Okay, fables, stories or poems on animals usually ending with moral lesson. Okay, so you must have heard stories from your grandparents, from your mother, from your father, isn't it? The stories are based on animals and it has a moral ending. Okay, you get the moral teaching or the lesson from that story. Okay, next one is fairy tales. Okay, so fairy tales are stories which features magic, fantasy, fairies, angels. Okay, so these are fairy tales. And the last one is myths. Stories from ancient times featuring gods and goddesses. These stories features ancient gods and goddesses who often communicate with human beings. Okay, in these stories, in the myths, the gods and goddesses of ancient time, they communicate with human being directly. Okay, so there are four kinds of stories: folk tales, fables, fairy tales and myths. Now look here. Now look at these pictures and try to match them with the description. Okay, now the first picture, there is an animal. Okay, there are two animals, right? So the story must be fables. Okay, because in fables the stories are mainly featured upon animals and it has a moral lesson. B. This horse is a gift from God. We must bring it inside the city. Okay. So they are saying that the horse is gift from God and we must bring it inside the city. So this one is myths, because in the myths the stories are based on the ancient gods and goddesses who communicate with human beings. See, you can see a little fairy over here. So this is a fairy tale. Okay. And the last one, how did you solve the puzzle Tenali? So you must have heard the story, the Tenali Raman. Okay, the Tenali was a wise person. So this story is folk tale. Okay, it is passed down the ages and related to local culture and the wisdom. Now in today's story, we'll find out which kind of story it is. Is it a folk tale or fables or fairy tale or a myth? Okay. Now let's start the chapter. Patanpali, the most famous merchant in Benares, leaves his wealth with his friend Jigme, a simple shepherd, before going on voyages. Unable to understand the friendship between the rich merchant and the poor shepherd, the other merchants of the city request the Buddha to explain it to them. So the Buddha begins to tell them a story. So merchant Patanpali, okay, Patanpali is the name of a famous merchant in Benares. Benares now it is called Varanasi, okay, the name has been changed and now it is called Varanasi, okay. So Patanpali, the most famous merchant is a businessman, okay, rich businessman in Varanasi, leaves all his wealth to his friend, simple shepherd. Shepherd means a person who looks after flocks of sheep and goats. Okay, the person who looks after the sheep or goats. Okay, so the Patanpali, the rich merchant of Benares, leaves all his wealth and riches to a simple friend, a simple shepherd, and before going on a voyages. Voyages means before going to the journey. Okay, now unable to understand, now the people people living in the Benares, the merchants, they are not able to understand what kind of friendship is this, that the Patanpali is giving away all his wealth and riches to his friend, to his poor friend. Now, when these merchants, when they are unable to understand the friendship between Patanpali and Jigme, they went to Buddha to explain this friendship to them. Okay. Now, so the Buddha begins to tell them a story. Now look here. Long ago in this very city, there lived a great king called Brahmadatta. He loved looking after his royal garden. Of all the trees, his favorite one was the blossom tree. Okay, so in this very city means in Benares only, there used to live a great king named Brahmadatta. Okay, he loved looking after his royal garden. He used to take care of his garden, and in that garden, blossom tree was his favorite tree. One day, the king saw an immense crack across the ceiling, and on the wood pillar, he thought to himself. Now, one day, king saw an immense means a huge crack across the ceiling. Ceiling means the innermost part of the roof. Okay, inner part of the roof. Yes, the inner part of the roof. Okay. So, he saw a huge crack across the ceiling and on the wooden pillar. Can you see? Across the ceiling and on the wooden pillar. So, he thought to himself, the palace will collapse. Okay, now palace is going to collapse because there is an immense crack across the ceiling and on the wooden pillar. So, he thought that my palace is going to collapse. Collapse means to fall down. Okay, I must send men out in the parks and gardens. We must repair the palace. Now he's saying that we must replace the palace. So he's going to send men to into the parks and gardens. Okay. Now why he'll send men to parks and garden? Yes. The carpenters and builders ran from park to park trying to find a great tree enough to replace the pillar. Now why he sent his men? Because to find out a big tree, big enough to replace the immense crack in the wooden pillar. Okay. Now the carpenters and builders, they ran from park to park trying to find a tree great enough to replace the pillar. But it was not long before one of the head carpenters returned to the garden. Now one of the head carpenters returned to the king. Well, what is it? Now the king is asking, well, what is it? Your Majesty, only the blossom tree is great enough to replace the pillar. Now the head carpenter is saying to the king that only the blossom tree will be able to replace the immense crack in the wooden pillar. Okay. Now blossom tree was the favorite tree of the king, right? King Brahmadatta did not know what to do. It was a tough decision. Why it was a tough decision? Because one, the wooden pillar had a huge, immense crack. Okay, and another thing was that the blossom tree was his favorite tree. The blossom tree is the most beautiful living thing in the world. Now he is thinking blossom tree is the most beautiful living thing in the world. But my palace is going to collapse. So he is confused whether to save his palace or to save the blossom tree. Now the king makes the decision and he's saying, in the morning he called the carpenters and said, chop the tree down tomorrow. Now he's telling to the carpenters, chop the tree down tomorrow. Chop means to cut off. Okay. Yes, your majesty. And his carpenters are saying, yes, your majesty, will chop it down. In the garden, the mighty blossom tree looked around. All other trees joined her. Mighty means big. Okay. Blossom tree, you must save yourself. They are going to chop you down. Now other trees are saying to the blossom tree that you must save yourself because next morning they are going to chop you off. They are going to cut you down. Okay. I wish I knew what to do. And see, the blossom tree is she is very sad. Okay. And she's saying, I wish I knew what to do. I wish I knew how to save myself. Okay. The tree wept all night. Then she heard a tiny voice in the darkness. Now the tree wept all night. Wept means to cry. Okay. So the blossom tree cried all night and she heard a tiny voice in the garden. Now while she was crying, she heard a tiny voice in the garden. Now the blossom tree is asking, who is it? And the little grass is saying, blossom tree. And the blossom tree is replying, who is it? And it is me, the Kusha grass. I have an idea. Now the Kusha grass is saying, it's me, the Kusha grass. I have an idea to save you from tomorrow to get you cut down. Okay. So Kusha grass means, yes, a special kind of grass known for its power to purify things. Okay. Early next morning, two woodcutters reached the garden. As soon as the man felt the tree for a place to chop, he shook his head in disbelief. So next morning, the woodcutters went to the garden to cut down, to chop off the blossom tree. Brother, the trunk seems rotten. Now, the woodcutter is very surprised. Why is very surprised? Because the tree was all rotten, okay? Brother, the trunk seems rotten. What? It was fine yesterday. We must inform the king. And another woodcutter is surprised. What? Yesterday it was alright. How come today it is rotten? Rotten means it is of no use, okay? Rotten means gone too bad for use. You can't use it, okay? Now, they hurried to the palace. Now, the woodcutters, they hurried back to the palace and they are saying, Your Majesty, the blossom tree has gone rotten. We cannot chop it down. Now, they are saying to king, they are informing the king that the blossom tree has rotten and we cannot chop it down. We cannot cut it down. The king was surprised and his mind raced. An idea flew into his mind. The king was now surprised. So he raised his mind and an idea came into his mind and the idea was, send some men to the city to bring back 3 great trees, bind them together to make them one pillar. Now the king is telling the woodcutters to bring three trees and bind them. Bind them means to tie them together and make them a one big pillar. Okay. Soon the pillars of the palace was replaced, but in the garden all the other trees began asking questions to the blossom tree. Now the pillars were replaced by the 3 trees, okay, they were bind together, they were tied together and it was replaced, okay. So the wooden pillar and the ceiling of the palace was now alright, okay. Now soon the pillar of the palace was replaced, but in the garden the other trees started asking questions, the blossom tree, that how did you save yourself, okay. What happened to you? Now one of the trees is asking, they all are very happy because blossom tree has saved herself, okay. What happened to you? How did you go rotten in one night? So the trees are asking her, what happened to you? How did you go rotten in just one night? Now, listen what she has to say, okay. So the blossom tree explained how Kusha grass had helped her. Now she is going to tell how the Kusha grass had helped her, okay. Little chameleons, friends of Kusha grass, climbed upon my back. As their little bodies were soft, the men thought it was rotten, but I am as strong as ever. Now, what does chameleon mean, children? Chameleon means lizard-like creatures. You have seen lizards, right? So, lizard-like creatures with large eyes and long tails which can change their color according to the surroundings. So, they can change their color, okay? They can change the color of their body according to the surroundings. So, what they did was, they changed their color and they covered the blossom tree, okay? So when they covered the blossom tree, when the woodcutters came, when they saw that the trunk of the tree was very soft, but it was not soft, it was the chameleons who had covered the trunk of the blossom tree. So the woodcutters thought that the tree has got rotten, okay? Now the blossom tree is saying, we should not choose our friends by their magnificence, okay? Magnificence means their greatness or their fame or how famous they are, okay? So we should not choose our friends by their greatness or by how famous they are. Instead, we must choose our friends for their faithfulness and love. So we must choose, the blossom tree saying, we must choose our friends based on their faithfulness, their loyalty, their love and their kindness, okay? So the Buddha finished this story. All the merchants bowed low and thanked him. Bowed low means to bend our head with respect, okay? So when the merchants, why did the merchants went to Buddha? Because they wanted to understand what kind of friendship it was that the Patanjali, the famous, the rich merchant of Varanasi, he gave all his wealth and riches and his treasures to a very simple shepherd named Jigme. They were unable to understand this friendship. So when Buddha told this story, the other merchants were able to understand understand why Patanpali left all his wealth and treasures to the simple shepherd Jigme. Okay, so children, what is the moral of today's story? The moral of today's story is that we must not choose our friends or our friendship based on how famous he or she is, or how good looking they are, or how talented they are. Okay, but our friendship must be based on loyalty, faithfulness, love and kindness. Like the kusha grass. Kusha grass is very small compared to the big blossom tree. Yet the small kusha grass helped the big tree, the big blossom tree. Okay, so kusha tree being a very small, she was able to help the blossom tree because they had a friendship between them. So the moral of today's story is that our friendship should be totally based on faithfulness, loyalty, love, kindness and respect towards each other. Thank you.